Hello, my name is Jennifer, and welcome back to part 42 of the Rosebud challenge. I ended up having a problem with my last save file. I accidentally saved over with something else, but so I just played through from where so we're in the same spot because I keep a few backups, so I had the spot from where we started off. So we're pretty similar. I checked the money somewhat similar, though I do have some paintings in inventory from Jeremy and Eden, so that I thought we would sell. The kids did some painting. We sold those because they're not worth very much, so they're not really worth our time to try and put them on the wall, because, you know, they could just be painting and doing other things that are lucrative. Plus, they needed to sell some paintings to meet the painting aspirations, the sell to collectors. So we're about the same time as we were before, and when I played this time round, we had already tried for a baby and whatnot last time, so and she was showing signs that she was pregnant, and this time I just had her check, and she is indeed pregnant. And I had her check because I find that as soon as I'm just trying to go through, Jeremy wrote a book. I don't remember exactly what they did last time, but it's pretty similar. Eden got a masterpiece. I think she may have had one last time too. And eating for 2. So she's been confirmed as being pregnant, which the thing with having them confirm that they're pregnant is that it triggers it starting, essentially. So we'll have the baby sooner by having her check to see. And because toddlers were patched in last week, I'm kind of excited to have a toddler in this game file. So I figured I would have her check to see if she was pregnant so that we could trigger it moving forward quicker. Because I find if you don't trigger it, that the count pregnancy starts from when they find out 24 hours after they get pregnant that they're pregnant. So essentially you kind of have a 4-day pregnancy, or that's been my experience. That's what it seems to me. Whereas if you try and see if they're pregnant, it like starts the countdown immediately. So anyways, the kids are off to school. I believe Ryan is there off to school. I had asked him to play, but maybe he didn't play enough. Oh well. And Juliet, I hadn't had her do her homework because she was so busy painting and gardening and stuff that I never got around to getting her to do her homework. So hopefully she gets that done quickly enough and gets to go to work. To school, I should say, not to work. I also changed some of these settings in the club. They were constantly going fishing, and I was finding that kind of annoying. So I added fix objects. I added to be funny with everyone because I noticed that wasn't I still have the look for frogs there. I could take it out and then be friendly. Sometimes I stick cleaning in, but we do have the, oh no, don't go do that. And so I had him publish his book. I think with the lot traits, it influences what they do, because I've noticed that with the fast internet trait, I think that triggers the kids to, see, there's Eden's masterpiece. I kept it so you could see her masterpiece. I mean, it's a normal one that we've seen. I'm sure you've seen before, and I'm going to put that in her inventory for selling on a wall. What I find with the fast internet trait, I think that's triggering high school students whose grades are B or lower to go and try and hack their school grades, because I noticed that Juliet went to try and hack her school grades, and I stopped her because I don't think she has any programming skills, so I wasn't sure that she would be successful. Ryan's not going to do that because he already is an A student, and once they're A students, they can't hack their school grades because they're as high as they can go, essentially. So it's not something that you have to think about with the when they're an A student. But if they're anything below, they will just autonomously go and try and hack their grades. And I think, though I'm not sure, that might be coming from the fast internet trait. But something's causing it. I never used to notice them doing it before, but I have noticed it lately, and I think I have noticed it even before the last patch, just that I mean, she just aged up, right? So it wasn't something that would have happened, and so he's gonna go try, and, you know, if you're gonna do something, you may as well, instead of going to do something on the woodwork. That's the other thing that I'm noticing they're doing a lot. They go use the woodworking table, so I might stick that in the household inventory just so that they stop going to use it. But then I don't know, maybe I'll have him resume that. Not that it's worth very much. I don't know if I did this last with like the one that I had recorded. I have both the teens now have the marketable trait because they've been doing a lot of painting, but none of the paintings they didn't have that trait when they did any of the paintings. They only got it after they had done the paintings. So we're going to do that, and this is Jeremy's realism painting. Here, put that in his inventory. If it triggers going into his inventory, it doesn't seem to be. I was trying to, being a bit glitchy. Can I put it in his inventory? Don't seem to be able to. Let's just tell him to put it in his, now I think it maybe went in his inventory. I'm guessing, since it's disappeared, that that's where it's gone to, in his inventory. So I'm gonna have him do a painting. And she has danced long enough. I know I had her trigger that, and she wants to discuss color theory. And she is has morning sickness, so I'm going to have her, she wanted to watch the World Culture Network. And I know this is not making any money, but, you know, whims are good. So we want to watch channel. She looks like she's gonna, they like to go throw up in that bush out there. She was just about to do that when we ended the last part, so it seems like they're pretty much in the same position they were before. So she wanted to, I think, watch the World Culture Network. And how are the rest of her needs? She needs her hygiene up a little bit, so she has one more masterpiece to get to complete this Painter Extraordinaire aspiration. But like I said, because she's feeling uncomfortable from the morning sickness, I don't know that this is a good time for her to try and paint. And there's 12,540 from their books, from the two of their books. So we have just increased our, let's hope that this does that. And let's see, I'm gonna have her take a thoughtful shower once she's finished watching. And she's watched enough, she's got the whim, she wants to ask Jeremy about his day. So we're gonna stop that. I'll put this in the, try and put it in the bin. I don't think I have move objects on, so I'm not sure why I'm having a problem. So there, his bunny sculpture is gone, and for now I'm going to stick this in the inventory so that we don't have them constantly going over and doing stuff with it. So hopefully that'll be over and she can do a painting when she's finished. And then she can come out here. We'll just set her up. Classic painting. Large, and she wanted to ask him about his day. There that is, and the morning sickness is gone. And she also she wanted to discuss color theory. I'm just going to assume that's what it is. We'll check it after we've actually tried to do that. If it comes up as an option, there it is. Discuss color theory. It was indeed, that was what she wanted to do. And we'll just turn off the music here for now. I think the butler doesn't have very much to do. I don't know, because I tried to stop the butler from gardening, and I did that last time, and I tried it again, and it seemed like he just kept gardening. And then so I had Juliet do, you know, the 10 watering and whatnot to get the first tier of that aspiration done, the freelance botanist aspiration. So I ended up having her plant like a whole bunch of things to be able to have her water it. And so once she had finished that, I said, oh, well, we can now have the butler garden again. So I set it off for the butler to garden. And it seemed like it had never been turned off, even though it seemed like, anyways, I don't know what was with that. It was a little bit strange. But I should check on him to make sure he is, because I actually do want him to garden now. It looks like the garden, it's under responsibilities, so it's there, stop gardening, and I went in to go to trigger that, and it already was triggered, even though I had told him to stop gardening. I could have sworn I had. So she wants to level up in dancing skill, and did she not ask him about his day? Maybe that didn't register. I kind of wanted her to paint while she was talking to him. She should be able to paint while she's talking to him. Oh, now she's going to paint. I think I'm going to have Jeremy go off to the... Oh, he can eat a bit first. He can have a bite to eat. Open. I think the part of the issue with the food that the butler makes is it seems to be like the lower quality stuff, and it doesn't seem to stick with them as well as the higher end dishes that Eden can make. And for that matter, I think Jeremy is pretty high up in his I should probably buy some exercise equipment so they can just keep going. That's 1,522. I don't know that that's really worth. I think we're better to spend our time trying to sell more expensive paintings. And this one's not worth very much, so we probably should just sell it to the collector. So she wants to earn money from selling paintings, so we will have to sell that ourselves, because I'm pretty sure selling it on the wall doesn't count for that. Now, is the butler going to go garden? Because, you know, you're standing around doing nothing and the garden looks like it needs some watering. Huh. Jeremy, can we maybe ask the butler? Water plants. Can you go water the plants? I know we told you to stop, but now we want you to do it. So I'm gonna quickly check the frogs if they can be bred, and then after that I'm gonna speed through until he's finished eating, and we can send him down to the corner to sell some paintings. Let's make sure he has the wall in his inventory. I know I was talking about doing it, but I don't know that doesn't look like I ever actually bought that. So I think I will need to do that, and he is listening, so I will be back. It took me a bit, but I found it, and I put it over here. I also, while I was in the build mode, I took the kids' beds out and put them into inventory. We'll wait to decorate for toddlers once we actually have a toddler, and I moved some of the stuff from this area over here because we don't need so much kids' stuff right now, because I'll move this too, because we're going to have a toddler first. So, and there I stuck the wall in this, what is supposed to be a garage. But, so I'm going to stick that in Jeremy's inventory. And this painting, what happened? Oh, maybe I put that masterpiece in Eden's inventory, and I'm going to put it into... I'm just looking at the value of everything and seeing what I should try and give to him, because we're only going to try and sell the more expensive, more valuable items on the wall. And she's finished painting something. It doesn't seem like it was a masterpiece because I didn't get any notification, and she does want to sell something, so we'll just sell that to collector because it's only worth 1,100. And 2008, I think that's worth a decent amount, so we will try and put that in Jeremy's inventory. Oh, and that's worth a good amount, 4,500. So we will have Eden do another painting, and then I'm going to take Jeremy down to the corner and set him up, and when I've done that, I'll be back. Well, it took me a bit, but I managed to get the table filled. So now I'm going to have him tend the table and then mark up the prices. We'll just go for 100%, and then we will start a street sale. And I'm doing this over here because I don't want people to be coming into our house. I found if you did a sale on your property, it's a yard sale, and they come into your house. So that's why I had him come down to the corner. So she's just still painting, and the kids are home from school. And she's trying to hack her school grades. You're going to hack your school grades, you need to get your programming up first. That's all I can say. Why don't you or where is your programming? Maybe it's higher than I thought. It's only 2. It's still higher than I thought, but still not great. So let's get Ryan. He needs to eat. I don't know if he has any cooking skill. He can just get something out of here. And I think I may grab a serving. And I can watch some cooking. And you know what? You can play video games. You're a geek, and you were stressed before you went. So you're going to play some Incredible Sports. Yeah, if you want to come over, Dawn, you're welcome to come over and hang out. So I'm going to check the frogs are probably ready to be bred. And I'm going to sell some of the things in his inventory. I do find the produce isn't worth as much as it was before, and I'm not going to try and influence whatever the baby is, other than I'm influencing and hoping that it's twins, though after playing with toddlers in another game file, they aren't the easiest thing to look after. But the benefit of this is that we do have our lifespan on long, so we do have time to get them to meet all of their, get their skills all up. I'm not experienced enough at it to be able to, I'm struggling to get it under a normal lifespan. Okay, now we have the notification is full. Oh, the Spice Festival is in town. That might be a better place to go do our street sale. So I'm going to, I think I might end. Is she finished her painting? And she's cooking. Hopefully she's cooking something good. Grilled cheese, that's of no use. It's of no use because it doesn't fill them up very well. I'll have her breed the frogs. Just make sure. I was going to try and sell everything, but I think I won't. So, I was going to say, I think I don't want to mount the fish. Not that there's anything wrong with mounting the fish, it's just not my goal is not to mount the fish. Breed the frog. There we go. So she's eating her food. He's finished eating. And how are his needs? And Juliet's a bit hungry, but she doesn't really need to eat because she can eat when we go into. He's eating. And how are you doing with the sell? Well, we sold something. I see one painting is missing, is gone. So it was sold. But we haven't. The most expensive painting here is this one for 11,000. So, which we didn't sell because we have 100% markup, but we sold this one, which we got 11,000 for it. So cheerful introduction. Cheerful introduction. Try and check the tone of the conversation. They're friends. Deep conversation. Share fishing tips. I thought I had seen something where you could like try and get them, you know, to sell things, but I haven't noticed that lately. No, you don't need to make a drink. Okay. So, cheerful introduction. We don't need that drink. Even though it costs us $15 simoleons and we don't get anything from it. So we are... She still needs her masterpiece. But I think what we're going to do is I'm going to just quickly check on Jeremy. I'm going to end... Sorry, I'm going to end the street sale, yes. I'm going to clear the table. Essentially, I'll do this off screen. I'm going to put everything away, and then I'm going to take them to Spice Festival and set up over there. We are at the Spice Festival, and I'm going to have Jeremy start this street sale. This time they managed to only fit 5 on, even though 6 can really work. And our notification wall is full. Juliet's not used to the spicy food. I had them all start some food, other than Jeremy, because he is doing the street sale. I'll clear the wall. Now let's see, how is Julia doing? So she's eating... So I had them all eat something different to like learn the recipes. And Eden is eating pho. Just curious, because I can never remember where her gardening is, and it is at level 10. So I think the Spice Festival usually has some things you can harvest. So I'm going to have Juliet, when she's finished eating, she does want to sing a karaoke duet, so we maybe can try that. I don't want to... I thought there was plants. I thought the Spice Festival was the one that had things you could harvest. The Spice Festival and the Romance Festival. It's definitely not... There it is. That's why I'm missing it. So I'm going to have her come over and harvest. I don't know if there's anything here we're missing in our garden. Of course, they will come out as normal. They say they're great, but when you harvest them, they're actually normal when they go into your inventory, or that's how what I've been finding. Which I won't necessarily be able to tell. So we got grapes. I think we have grapes. Oh, we sold a painting. I saw 6,000 come into our cash there. So she's all set there, and she needs to go to the bathroom, and I think we will have her go over to the karaoke bar and go to the bathroom and wash up a little bit. And then I don't know that she can do a karaoke duet, but we will have her sing a solo. May as well have her working on her, do a little bit of singing. Now, how is Eden? She has to go to the bathroom, and she's having a drink, which she shouldn't probably be doing. And she's a bit tired. Doesn't really have very much that she can do. She shouldn't be using the bubble blower because she's pregnant. Maybe we'll just have her go around and collect some of these posters. Because they are worth 65 and 200 is the most, and then there's one that's 100 and something that I can't remember the amount, but it's in the middle. Somewhere in the middle. And I don't see any little globes. Maybe we will have her. That's food. This is the festival. We're gonna buy a festival t-shirt, and we are gonna have her buy some swag. Now Ryan, he is watching the performance, and he has to go to the bathroom too. So we will let him go over there and wash up a little bit. And then I think I may have him play, practice dribbling and get some fitness. Oh look, we've sold 2 because we had one here and we had one here, so we've sold 2 paintings. How is the streets? Oh, someone was bored. Was that from socialization? Yes, it was. Can we sell? Well, it's 3,000. There's my 11,000 one. We need to sell it. We would be really good if we could sell that. Well, good if we could sell them all. Would be nice. We'll do a cheerful introduction. We need to make some more friends. Did we sell the... That was the 11,000 one, wasn't it? We'll buy a few things here. We'll buy the festival bubble bottle. We don't really need the... I think we'll do without the fireworks. We don't really need them. So that was 95 simoleons. But we sold the most expensive painting. So we have one for 3,900 and one for 3,400 left. It'd be nice if we could sell another painting. Oh, there are street sales over. I'm going to restock the table with the rest of the paintings. Or maybe there aren't any paintings. There is one. I'm going to have him tend the table. And I think what I'll do is I'll just have them do the street sale until the festival's over. And when I won't bother showing that because you've seen it, but this one's worth 3,000. They're all like 30, in the 3,000 range. So if we have any luck, I will come back before we leave the festival. We sold all the paintings, just sold them, just finished selling them, and either the festival is ended or it's just about to end. So I'm going to have him end this street sale. As you can see, that's empty and we have more money. And I'm going to have him put that in his inventory, and we will see you back at their place. We're back at home. I've set them off to go do their thing to get to bed. Ryan, because he was practicing dribbling so much, is filthy, and all the rest, I figured, though they're not that tired, it is 2 o'clock in the morning. But the main reason I thought we would come back is we thought we would check where they are in their goal for the Rosebud challenge. So under wealth and collecting, so they're at 548, 509 of 1 million. And I know that's because that includes the value in their inventory, the value of their house, and obviously their simoleons there. So we have passed the halfway mark of the goal, and when we come back next time, I will start off in the morning so that we can keep on checking and trying to make money. Of course, we can't put that food away because that was made by the butler. Maybe I will have Ryan go put the food away before he goes to sleep. So if you have any comments or suggestions or anything you would like to see, please leave that below. If you like the video, please leave a like. And if you would like to see more, please subscribe if you haven't already done so. I'd really appreciate it. And as always, thanks very much for watching, and we will see you next time. Bye!